So what's up, everybody? It's your boy Jonathan. Back here. My lunch break, and what I wanted to talk to you about is the idea that maybe you're not supposed to be where you're at, or maybe you're not supposed to be there in general. And what I mean by this is, like, a lot of people force us into situations that we're not supposed to be in. You know what I'm saying? And I had this discussion with my father, because I was picked on a lot and bullied when I was younger. And he kept asking me, what was the cause? Was it your behavior? Was it this, that, and the other? It's because I wasn't supposed to be there. I wasn't supposed to be any other religion but Jewish. And I know that. And I've been through certain religions that he was a part of, and, got my ass beat up and down the street, and never had no friends, and never had a girlfriend through that. And I remember one time, at some point, I had to tell the organization I was autistic so that people would leave me alone. And it was like, okay, well, stay in this autistic, sacred text study and teach the other autistic kids how to study the sacred text. So it's like, fine, okay. And then I went to one of those religious barbecues or whatever, and the whole time I just sat there looking around for somebody to talk to, and everybody was over there and happy and nice and hanging out with their family and eating good food and this, that, and the other, and I was just sitting there, bored. Nobody was talking to me. I was sitting there lonely out in the field, just looking around at these happy people who were supposed to be there. And I wasn't supposed to be there. And I know that now from experience, And, when I got into Judaism, I was supposed to be I was supposed to be Jewish. I am Jewish. That's why, everything works out. And that's the thing you have to realize. A lot of times you're not supposed to be where you are. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think one of the incel problems is, right? Like, for instance, me in my soul, right? I love the nightclub atmosphere. I love being social with those people. I love dance. I love fashion, dressing up for a night out, So I do good at nightclubs because it's almost like I'm supposed to be at a nightclub, Other people, that's not in them, and they get angry and frustrated because they can't, find any girl from a nightclub, and they do all this PUA stuff. And, well, first of all, like I said, most girls ain't going to sleep with you that night, but just the idea that you get bored with nightclubs because you're not a nightclub person, you're not supposed to be there, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people even like walking around on campus and talking to girls, right? It's like, maybe you're not meant to be some bro or some chat on campus, you're not supposed to be there. And when you realize that, like, you will be able to find places where you are supposed to be and meet people who, share your same beliefs and sentiments and will like you or whatever. And that's one of the big things. Like, you have to start looking around. Like, for instance, I love dance. I was a dance minor in college. I love to dance. But, like, when I was in San Francisco, this was the time that all those dance movies were out and everybody was all cocky and made it a superficial thing. And, I was in a lot of those cocky communities who were very superficial, who only focused on hip hop, and you had to know all these rappers and the lyrics to their songs and this, that, and the other. You had to live a part of the culture. I wasn't supposed to be there, right? I came out to New York and people dance hip hop, but a lot of them don't really have anything to do with the culture. A lot of them don't even know half the rappers out there. A lot of them they just dance because, they like dance. And like I said, I was talking to somebody 3 nights ago about like I like J-pop, I like K-pop, I like regular pop music, I like 90s dance, and I like doing hip hop moves to those things, and that's because I'm supposed to do that. That's because it's in my soul, in my heart. So when I go to the studio and I do mixed dance, like hip hop dance to mixed style of music, it works out because I'm supposed to be there. I'm absolutely positively supposed to be there. Okay, so you have to figure out where you're supposed to be, what you do, right? If you are if you're interested in nerd culture and sci-fi stuff, have you written anything? Have you gone out to different places where people like-minded that write those stories too? You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's where you're supposed to be. Some incels are good with physical activity. Maybe that's where you're supposed to be. Like doing sport, in any kind of sport. Like I said, my dad was a runner, he was a swimmer, I'm a dancer. Some people love basketball, whatever. That's where you're supposed to be. Go where you're supposed to be. There's people with mental disabilities in the incel community, and there's a lot of cool programs out there that would help you out, and where you can work with other people with disabilities and help them out. That's where you're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm working for a company where I help out children with disabilities now, because I'm disabled. I'm autistic myself. So maybe that's where I'm supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand where you're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And just imagine that, and maybe you'll have a better life if you just focus on where you're supposed to be. Like I said, I believe that I have a lot of knowledge, and I believe I'm a good mentor and a father figure for a lot of people. So I make videos and I teach, skills like this. I love social skills. That's where I'm supposed to be. And, making these videos has opened up the door for a lot of friendships, a lot of, activities or whatnot. And because that's what I'm supposed to do. That's what I'm supposed to be. So just think about it. What I said. Stop trying to fit in with the Chads and the Stacys. Stop, listening to rap music if you're not supposed to be listening to rap music. And going to the same club if you're not going to go to the club. And I hate to be contradictory, but I'll explain it. Like I said, like I have a natural, interest in dance, fashion, socializing, the nightlife in general. So it's easy for me. But, if the nightclub doesn't work for you, then don't keep pushing yourself into the nightclub. Find who you are. Find, the places that you like. Don't let anybody tell you have to be a certain religion. You have to be into hip hop. You have to listen to this kind of music. You have to be into this, that, and the other. Figure out who God created you to be and be that. And I guarantee you'll find a girlfriend, find friends, find relationships. But it starts with being who God created you to be. All right. That's it. This is your boy Jonathan. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Give me a comment, and I'll get back to you. All right, everybody. I'm out. Peace.